Welcome to Pardon That Vine. My name is Riccobono, and this is the world's most unbiased wine review forum. And I'm filming a show here on a Saturday that will be posted on Tuesday after I post the Schaefer second part episode from California. I really wanted to work this in because of obviously the South African World Cup that's taking place right now. I'm sure many of you watch it. I'm still annoyed from yesterday's game when they took the goal away from the United States to make it 3-2. They called it offsides. It was also a hold. It was ridiculous. Anyway, got a big Italian soccer game tomorrow. I follow Italy pretty closely. They're playing tomorrow at 10:30. And by the time this show is posted, the results will have already occurred. As far as the NBA goes, I'm happy that Kobe won because I hate the Celtics because I went to school up in New England. I'm sure many people, or most people, seem not to like Kobe. But enough sports for now. I will be, I'm all over the place and tasting so many different wines that these are kind of out of order, but I'll go back to California starting tomorrow, probably with part one of the Heidi Barrett episode. There's some great stuff from California ahead. And I might mix in some South African wines, because you know how I feel about them, and obviously I want to take advantage with this great World Cup. Hopefully people are drinking South African wines while watching the games. This one is Raats, R-A-A-T-S, Cabernet Franc. $25, 100% Cabernet Franc. For those of you who don't know Cabernet Franc, it is one of the main Bordeaux varietals, typically mixed with Cabernet or Merlot, and rarely seen as 100%. I mean, you see it obviously, but compared to other wines and other blends in Cabernet Sauvignon, it's rarely seen as 100%. Sometimes it can be a little green or a little vegetal. So you really kind of have to search out good ones, and a lot of times they're very expensive because they, in California, you rarely see them under that $65, $70 range when they're, at a high level of quality. Let's give this a try. This is a 2007, and they also make a very good Chenin Blanc Raats. I actually was out there when I visited them at the end of last year. A lot of fruit. I'm actually getting a Tabasco sauce as well. Pepper. I think I pinched a nerve in my neck. Too much, I think, smelling at the Millennial Wine Competition, which is what I want to speak about actually. That's actually the real reason why I did the show today. I did the Millennial Wine Competition. A lot of people are emailing me questions. It was the next generation competition in Sonoma. It was the first annual, and it was a phenomenal idea. A lot of people destroyed it on the internet because it's another wine competition. But what it was about 30 very qualified judges, a lot of wine makers, a lot of sommeliers, a lot of, some people who, some daughters and sons of high-profile people in the wine industry who have been making wine for years and who are now working on their parents' winery or doing their own projects. I mean, it was a tremendous, tremendous group of people who got together. We tasted 750 wines. Individually I tasted about 150 on one day. It was a very long day. But it was to kind of see where the 21 to 35-year-old person, millennials, palate is. And I think that's very interesting because a lot of older people didn't grow up with the technology that we see in winemaking today. Kind of had a different style of wine. They didn't hand pick and pick the perfect right berry, and styles have changed. So it's not to say whether one is better than the other. I mean, 1980 Bordeaux, 1950 Bordeaux is phenomenal, as is a 2005 Cabernet. It just depends what you're in the mood for. I can go on and on about that. You know how I like to. But what it more was to see what they're going to what people and their peers would recommend, and it's just it's a fun way to go about it. And now, people who are into wine, who are 21 to 35, can go out and see, 30 qualified judges tasted this wine. They really liked it. Let me give it a try. So I think it's a great idea. I think it'll be the first of many to come. I actually would love to do that in Bordeaux. I think that would be fascinating with all the different styles in the old world versus the new world, but I don't think that'll ever happen. In any event, let's go back to Raats. A lot of, black pepper, spice, Tabasco. Nice finish, a little thin at the end, kind of thins out. This is a wine that, to me, I really enjoy it for $25 Cabernet Franc because I find it very hard to find great Cabernet Francs at that price point. Unfortunately, I think there's a lot of people's palates who will not like this because they're going to be searching for some fruit, and there's not nearly as much fruit as some might want on that mid palate. It's a lot of pepper, a lot of spice. I keep going back to like the Tabasco hot sauce. I'm getting a lot of that. Now there's definitely some fruit, some dark fruits, but it's definitely that South African terroir, and I don't know. I think that certain people might struggle with this, but I think it's a a well-made wine, $25. I think it's an 87 plus. It doesn't blow me away. I've had better vintages of the Rat's Cabernet Franc. Now, it is very young. Obviously, I did not decant it, which I should have. But it's an easy drinking wine to me. But certain people might struggle with it. I still recommend giving it a try because it's great to try 100% Cabernet Francs, see what you think of it, and then if you like it or you think there's something there, you can try to find ones that are a little more fruit forward. Anyway, with that, sorry for the long show. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks.